Hey, what's up, traders? So it's the 16th of December, 2020, and I'm here. New York session's coming to a close, and going over the Aussie pairs. I'm short quite a few Aussie pairs right now: Aussie CAD, Aussie US dollar, Aussie yen. I want to go over my rationale as to why I think we're going to see at least a bit of a turnaround here. So the way I like to trade over anything is looking at correlations and putting the puzzle pieces of the market together, right? So here we are on Aussie US dollar, massive rally here. This is the daily chart, extreme levels on this RSI here. Just right off the bat, I see this, look at it, divergent in these extreme areas. When I see something like that, it's really just a matter of time until the turnaround happens. So, but further than that, we have this area, this nice zone that we're in now. You can see that was support acting as resistance, and this is a significant area all the way up to where we're retesting now. And as a matter of fact, if we zoom in here on the daily chart, you can see a big area of market imbalance here, and an institutional candle order block centering in this around, makes sense, 76 cents, nice pure round number. So that's where we are on a macro scale. So let's zoom in to the microcosm of what's going on in AUDUSD. We go to 4-hour chart, we really tapped out here in a big way. So, just like on the daily chart, so we have divergences confirming across multiple time frames. So when you see it on the daily and then it confirms on the 4-hour, just for the sake of looking, is it on the 2-hour? Yeah, on the 2-hour. So it's confirming on multiple time frames. So, we can't rule out, though, if that's the case, that, the probability that we get one last push higher above this liquidity pool to take out these stops here, and then a push down, definitely cannot be ruled out. So, but I think its days are numbered in a big way. And so that's what I'm looking at as in terms of Aussie US dollar. So you can, deconstruct this to such an extreme degree, right? So we're dealing with the throw over here. Also happen to be in what looks to be an ascending wedge, kind of. It's not a very steep ascending wedge, that's for sure. Maybe a channel. However you'd want to really deconstruct it here, but it doesn't even matter. So there's a bunch of targets to the downside, right? So we have market imbalances here, market imbalance. This looks pretty good. But this is what I'm looking at, around 74.14, which would be 150 pip drop. Long term, I think we probably are going to go higher. But we need to break through this resistance that's holding us right now, kind of a bit of a triple top, right? So we have one push, 2, 3, and divergent RSI. All the pieces here are lining up. So, this also has this wedge situation going on, right? So if we break, not if, but when we break back inside of here, that's going to be quite a reversal pattern and could open the door for a bigger move to the downside. So last but not least, what I always want to do is see where it matches up in terms of Fibonacci levels, if this does prove to be the turnaround point. And we have, here we go, around 61, the 61% retracements looks really good, right? So I always like the 78.6% retracement. You can see we have nice market imbalance here and some wicks, right? So is the dollar going to strengthen up that much to where we drop down that far? Honestly, I really doubt it. 50% retracement, though, does seem pretty doable. So so that being said, that's what I'm looking at on Aussie US dollar. So so my logic there is, if Aussie US dollar is about to break down, where else could we see a similar type action, right? So I personally like Aussie CAD a lot here. Very similar structure, depending on how you would want to draw this. But from this high to this high to the third drive here, so we have a bit of a 3 drive setting up. Still seeing that same divergence here, boom. right? So, and what do we have if we look left, right? So if we look left, this is what if you can start to train yourself to like, I'm always going to look to the left to see what's going on in the past. Because then you can really start to read the roadmap of what the market is trying to say, right? So here we are. Now that provides us a much bigger look at what's going on, right? Move up, break down, what was resistance becomes support, turns into resistance here. And this has proved to be quite the liquidity zone that has been building up over time, right? So it makes a move higher pretty attractive for any stops to be taken. But right now, I think the risk to reward is pretty good, right? So like getting in right here, I'm taking a shot at where we are now, but we can't rule out a play. Definitely can't rule it out to this equal high here, 96, should be about 9,700. So, but as it looks now, let's zoom in. Okay, so that's our macro view. We want to go macro and then move into the more microcosm world of what's really going on here. Diverging across multiple time frames here, so that's confirming for us. There's some nice open targets to the downside, right? So I would consider this area a great target. Of course, we're on the 1 hour here. And last but not least, what's going on in the Fibonacci world, right? So really the rationale is if I've determined that, wow, Aussie looks like it's going to come to an end here, the strength's about to end, it's about to run out of gas because Aussie US dollar sure is hitting some resistance now. So where can I get there across the board as well? And just for the sake of looking, what's going on the 78? We have to ask ourselves, is the dollar, do we really want to believe that the dollar is going to gain that much strength? Probably not, but this is trading and this is technical analysis we're talking about, right? So a lot of times you have to take that side part out of the equation and just look at it from, well, this is the 61.8 here, right? So this looks like a really significant level of support. It's a pretty big zone. Why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we take it out, right? So, but as we are now, we're starting to retest this resistance now. My entry's at 96.45. So also we have Aussie Yen here. So Aussie Yen looks a lot more like Aussie US dollar. And this rally in risk has really come on the backs of all the vaccine news, right? So, but after a while, that's going to wear off, and they're going to have something to continue to pump the market up. But I don't know if it's going to be. I don't know what they'll figure out. And of course, inauguration day is going to be in over a month. So, but this is where we are here. Nice, beautiful X marks the spot, right? So in other words, we have a big confluence here of resistances, right? So we're in a channel, break out. This is a throw over, break back inside. I think this is setting up super nicely for a move to the downside. So that being said, be sure you're managing your risk. Trade on a demo if you're learning, practice, and if you want to learn these strategies and more in-depth knowledge and trade with me and my team, click the link below to get started. Appreciate you and have an awesome Wednesday, everybody. Peace.